What is up everybody, Kai here, and today we will go over a quick summary of dev stream number 15. I'll try to make it as brief as possible, but there was a lot in this one. So, let's get started. First, they did their usual introductions, and then they got to the things they wanted to show. So, first thing, they showed the February content, which will include Chapter 5, the level cap increase to 70, a new defensive battle, new survey, advanced survey, time attack, score attack, new free explorations, the usual, and also a tower of training. And then they also stated that the update will drop on February 28th, so next week. Now, we will see that the Spellweaver got buffed. The image on this screen displays how much the skills got buffed. You see Fire Blast 1.3x, Flame Grenade 1.85x, Blaze Blast 1.9x, Thunder Mine 2.1x, Lightning 1.5, Ice Shard 2.6x, and Arc Bullet 1.25x. Now I think that the Spellweaver needed buffs badly because it felt horrible to play with 8 skills in my opinion. So hopefully this will make it a lot more bearable for the players. Next up, we have some quality of life and some big changes coming, starting with the warehouse slots being expanded from 1000 to 1500. The album slots got expanded from 18 to 30, and the friends list got expanded from 100 to 200 slots. Now we have some more notable changes coming regarding dungeons. Dungeons can now be entered with 3 players after being in queue for 1 minute. So if you're in queue and there's at least 3 players, the queue will pop and you can enter. And what's even better is that the dungeons will scale based on the amount of players that are in the dungeon. So if someone joins, it'll scale up. If someone leaves, it'll scale down. However, this change does currently not apply to advanced dungeons and X-Rush. However, this may be changed in the future after getting more data on this. Now, we will go over named enemy changes. It seems like they have made some big changes for this too, in my opinion. The named enemies have their cooldown basically cut down in half, which is massive because you'd have to wait like up to 30 minutes before this change. Named enemies now also are no longer locked behind day-night spawns, so they can spawn at any time of day. Now I feel like this was necessary, so I'm glad they did this. Another thing they did is named enemies had a player requirement, like 6 players would be near it before it would spawn, and they also removed that requirement, so it can just spawn with anyone there, which is a great change. Now we will go over the new system they added, the Mount Caravan. It's similar to like Palicos in Monster Hunter. You like dispatch them and they come back with rewards, whereas in this case you dispatch your mounts and the mounts will come back with the rewards. You can also send your own equipped mount. You will still have it on you regardless, so it does not affect that. And it seems like you can even get mounts as rewards from these dispatches, so it is definitely worth doing overall. It looks like they will basically drop wherever you send them to, whatever that area normally drops. So let's say you need something from Bahamar Highlands, you send your mounts to Bahamar Highlands and they'll give you Bahamar Highland materials. Simple as that. You can now also limit break mounts. You can limit break mounts up to +3. It basically means you will just get bonus rewards from the mounted caravan when you limit break them. Now because of that, they will also add more ways of getting mounts, such as through bonus quests or just through other ways that we are unaware of right now. So we will have to see what other ways they will add. Hopefully they will add more in dungeons, because I feel like dungeons or X-Rush drops for the mount is a good way to give players an incentive to do those more often. Next up, we have something new on the adventure card, which is badges and medals. You can now display medals or badges on your profile or / adventure card, and when starting a dungeon, as you can see in the image, it will show those badges that you have equipped upon entering the dungeon from all the other players. You can see like what other players have achieved, what they're proud of, you know, a little extra flair for adventure cards and the profile in general. And I think it's a good thing that they added to dungeons as well, so other people can get an idea of what you've been up to potentially. Next up, we have our February Gacha. We have outfits in the theme of music / stardom at this time, as you can see in here, considering these are star outfits. We have some good female and male outfits this time around, in my opinion. I think both look pretty good. The mounts are, on the other hand, quite insane, as you can see. They are basically an entire stage. When you are riding this mount, the background music will change as well, which is really cool. I hope this is something they plan to do with more mounts in the future, because I think this is one of the coolest ones so far. Personally, like, changing the music when you ride a mount feels more immersive to me, at least. Now we will go over the emotes that you get from pulling 10, 40, and 70 times, and then 10 times on the mount banner. My favorite one personally is the rolling dance, which is the one at the very right, which requires 10 pulls. So I might personally go for that. Then we have the event. We have our monthly event accessories right here. Seems like we have a headband of sorts this time around, and a ribbon for on the back as well. Not too bad overall. There's also a fan club campaign / event, but those are like keychain rewards, so personally we will not worry about that for now. Next up is a big topic, which is all of the survey feedback that they received a few months ago. That's right, they showed that too in this livestream. It was quite packed. In this first screenshot, they specifically pointed out that the elemental balance is very bad and people think that fire is too strong. And it seems like the devs heard them and listened, and the other elements will get buffed accordingly. So hopefully that will no longer be an issue, because I feel like that was an issue for quite some time, so I am glad it is being addressed now. In this second screenshot, they ask what players want to see from in-game events more often. Players want like a sense of the season. Like if it's winter, they want like a cool atmosphere. And then they also want special event modes, like a reason to play with friends or a reason to just go out there and do something else. They also want decorations in towns and or fields, depending on the season, to really be immersed with the events. Players also mentioned that they want to get more outfits, so future changes will be made to ensure that this happens too. Next up, we have a chart here of what players liked what the gacha outfits the most. And it seems like the maid butler was number 1, which, you know, makes sense. Christmas was number 2. And the caster mage arcana outfits were number 3. And it seems like that the swimsuits were number 4. With that being said, I'm kind of surprised that the swimsuits wasn't higher, but it makes, of course, sense that the maids are number 1. And they also mentioned that the past gacha banners will return in the future. The next screenshot shows the thing that people have been waiting for, the PvP chart. How much people want PvP. And you're going to be a little surprised potentially, because 65% did not want competitive PvP, and 29% said yes. Whereas casual PvP is about 58% yes and 34% no. Casual PvP refers to minigames, such as tag, mount racing, or even snowball fighting. So not like fighting PvP, but minigames, which personally I can understand. I wouldn't mind minigames as well. But I agree with the majority here, and I think that actual PvP is a no-no. The next screenshot shows what kind of update people want the most. Number 1 was housing and lifestyle. Number 2 was outfits and accessories. Number 3 was more character parts. Number 4 is bug fixes. And number 5 was new classes. Now, they mentioned that we already have a new class coming in April, but they also mentioned that they're always working on stuff to try and get new classes out as soon as possible. It seems like a lot of people want lifestyle content, such as housing, and they have been working hard on that as well. Apparently, they are currently in the testing phases for housing. They also want to add other lifestyle related stuff such as cooking and farming and even more. They also wanted to do a fishing related event in the near future, so hopefully we can look forward to that as well. I think adding housing as soon as possible is a good idea. I feel like with the April livestream we're gonna see housing, and hopefully, who knows, it'll even be added in that update. We can hope for the best. They also started releasing some cute merch. Hopefully we will also get this merch in global as soon as it launches. It's currently mostly keychains and standees and stickers and pins and things like that. But with that being said, dev stream number 15 is wrapped up. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. I also stream Blue Protocol on Twitch and on YouTube right here, so if you want to see more of the game or if you have any questions, you can feel free to swing by. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.